final National Register of Citizens (NRC) has been released in Assam. Names of 3.11 crore applicants have been included in final NRC, while 19.07 lakh have been excluded. The government announces the merger of 10 public sector banks into 4 banks. And at least 20 persons died and 50 others injured in a major explosion at a chemical factory located at the Wakhadi village in Maharashtra, Shirpur. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching After the News. I'm Jay Shainam with the top stories and latest news at this hour. Final National Register of Citizens (NRC) has been released in Assam. Names of 3.11 crore applicants have been included in final NRC, while 19.07 lakh have been excluded. NRC State Coordinator Office said in Guwahati that the status of both inclusion and exclusion has been checked online in the NRC website www.nrcassam.nic.in. The hard copies of the supplementary list of inclusions are available for public viewing at the NRC Seva Kendras (NSK), offices of the Deputy Commissioner and offices of the Circle Officer during office hours. The process of NRC update was started in Assam as per the order of the Supreme Court in 2013. Since then, the Apex Court has been closely monitoring the entire process. Any person who is not satisfied with the outcome of the claims and objections can file an appeal before the foreigners' tribunals. Members of Demand Committee for Speedy Completion of IRB 1011 recruitment carried out a protest demonstration demanding the government to conduct a written examination within September 5 today. Taking part in the protest, State SK Champat Lairambi Community Hall, convener of the Demand Committee for Speedy Completion of IRB 1011 recruitment, Matthew Gonmay warned the government that it will initiate intense agitations if the written examination is not conducted within the deadline. He expressed unfortunate over the government's failure to conduct the prolonged examination till date. He urged the government to look into the matter at the earliest. All Manipur Muslim Girls Student Union AMMGSU, the lone organization of Muslim girls, held its 11th Foundation Day at Sangai Hall of Imphal Hotel today. Speaking at the event, Education Minister Thokchom Radisham expressed happiness over the enhanced education system among the Muslim girls. He further urged the need for free from restrictions and not to look down upon them for better enhancement of education among them. Maintaining that emergence of AMMGSU in such situation is a good step, he appealed the organization to reach out to those who are deprived of education as well as basic amenities and extend help to them despite cultural differences. President of All Manipur Muslim Girls Student Union AMMGSU, Rukhsar Chowdhury, BOSM Secretary Dr. Chithung Mary Thomas and many eminent persons attended the event.
Every village, a zone, Kaidokan, a community, a group in a Kaidokan, other particular village that a Muslim like Tambaki, the curriculum, what they are facing, we can note down. Drop out Kanale, Tamam Kanale, like Haiba Hansing Kamera, a person of Porakanda, Moi Telenpi, how many of them they can become engineers, scientists, innovators, civil servant, IS officer, IPS or engineer of Kanakana Lagani. Then Upai Slay is the Malay to Tamam, the Mapan support you can conduct a survey. I don't know if you can, but Papam Sana, Matanzani, Yohan, but target the Yohan Bitokusai and Tamara unions in the
9th Sector Assam Rifles, Kaithanmanbi Battalion, Andro Company Operating Base organized a free medical camp at Laupau Chum village in Imphal East yesterday. Altogether, more than 400 individuals, including 200 students of Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, were checked up during the camp. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on government announcing mega merger of public sector banks. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Afternoon News. The government has announced the merger of 10 public sector banks into 4 banks. It announced the merger of Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank with Punjab National Bank, as well as the merger of Canara Bank and Syndicate Bank. The merger of Union Bank of India, Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank, and the consolidation of Indian Bank with Allahabad Bank was also announced. Briefing media in New Delhi yesterday, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that government wants a strong financial system to make the country a 5 trillion economy. The Finance Minister said after the merger of banks, the country will now have 12 public sector banks instead of 27. She said the profitability of public sector banks have improved and total gross non-performing assets come down to 7.9 lakh crore rupees in March this year from 8.65 lakh crore rupees in December last year. She also clarified that no retrenchment has taken place post-merger of Bank of Baroda, Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank, and staff has been redeployed and best practices in each bank have been replicated in others. Sitharaman also unveiled governance reforms in public sector banks, saying their boards will be given autonomy and enabled to do succession planning. The Finance Minister said the government is trying to build next-generation banks and 8 PSBs have launched report-linked loans in last 1 week. Sitharaman also said there will be no interference in the bank's commercial decision. She said loans above 250 crore rupees are being closely monitored. At least 20 persons died and 50 others injured in a major explosion at a chemical factory located at Waghadi village in Maharashtra, Shirpur on Saturday. 70 persons are still trapped inside the factory. Rescue and relief efforts are underway. A team of National Disaster Response Force and DRF has been deployed at the site. As per preliminary information, the explosion occurred inside a chemical company compound in Shirpur's Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. The blast was so intense that surrounding villages felt tremors. 6 fire brigades were immediately rushed to the accident spot. Plumes of black smoke engulfed the entire area. Authorities fear the smoke could be hazardous and may endanger the lives of people in the area. Since MIDC's premises are far from the city, several workers reside within the company premises along with their families. Nearly 100 workers were inside the factory at the time of the explosion. Among those injured include several minor children living in the factory compound. The police control room received a call about the explosion at 10:20 a.m. Treatment and rescue efforts were delayed after the first responders at the site feared multiple explosions would follow. "113 Battalion BSF accorded a warm welcome to BSF champion boxer Sandhya Rani, who bagged gold medal at World Police and Fire Games 2019 in Chengdu, China. President of BSF Wife Welfare Association, Hanjaba Mala, and 113 Battalion BSF Commandant Hidam Subol presented cash award to 10,000 rupees and a memento to Sandhya Rani in the event held at BSF's CI Post Capital Complex today. It may be mentioned that Sandhya Rani secured gold medal at Montana Belt Championship 2018 held at Paris, and also bagged a silver medal at Indian Open International Boxing Championship 2019. She was also awarded Best Boxer at All India Police Games 2018 and 2019. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Final National Register of Citizens (NRC) has been released in Assam. Names of 3.11 crore applicants have been included, and final NRC while 19.07 lakh have been excluded. The government announces the merger of 10 public sector banks into 4 banks. And at least 20 persons died and 50 others injured in a major explosion at a chemical factory located at Wakhadi village in Maharashtra, Shirpur.